rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Please, brothers, if I can ask the brothers and sisters, please, humbly, that if you have children here, wallahi, it's only of the best akhlaq, that you do your best, inshallah ta'ala, to maintain them. A lot of effort has gone into the night, and it's absolutely painful to see that it's being destroyed with the noise of a couple of kids. So please, inshallah ta'ala, if you have some kids here, even if it means you have to leave the building, leave for the sake of Allah Azza wa Jal, and you'll get the full rewards, inshallah ta'ala. Bismillah walhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. We start first and foremost by praising the King of Kings, the Master, the Sustainer, the Creator of the seven heavens and the earth, the one who gives life, the one who takes it. Allah Azza wa Jal is the maker, Allah Azza wa Jal is the breaker, Allah Azza wa Jal is the one who gives, and Allah Azza wa Jal is the one who takes. We say peace and blessings upon His beloved Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, our Master, our Habib, our teacher sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. My time is short, so I get straight to it. The issue of unity is something that we all cry of. My brothers, there is a very old parable, and I love mentioning this story, and any of you that have been, I'm sure you've heard me say this story a number of times. And as I mention the story, I want you to try to live the story. And I want you, as I'm mentioning the story to you, I want you to imagine and think about the condition of the current ummah and where it's at today. The old parable has it that there was 4 bulls, 3 of which were black, 1 of which was white. And these bulls, they happened to be living together in a very dangerous environment, and subhanAllah, they somehow happened to stick together, and in unity they found protection and they got by, though the condition was extremely dangerous. One day, one of the black ones, the thought comes to him and he says, you know what, we're black, we're doing alright at night, we're covering, we're hiding on the darkies, we're getting by. But this white one, bro, you can see him from a million miles away, man. So I think it's best, look at the poison. He says, I think it's best for my jama'ah that we get rid of him because he stands out, and when he stands out, we stand out, so therefore he's causing us harm. So they get together, cutting a long story short, they get together and they get together and then they expel this white one. So the wolf that night is watching, he sees all of a sudden, oof, what's going on here? The white one's on his own, the 3 are together. He senses the disunity amongst them. So the wolf that night, he comes down to the white one, he attacks the white one. Where's he going to go, bro? He's on his own. The 3 black ones watched their brother fall, watched their brother die, watched their brother get eaten, and they did nothing about it. So some time passes, the wolf now says, look man, there's only 3 of them, bro, how much can they put up with a fight? Well, one day he's feeling staunch, he comes up to the 3, bridges up, puts up a bit of a fight, manages to pull one down. They were 4, now they're 2. And then sometime later, there's only 2 of them, bro. He attacks one of them, brings them down until there was only 1, the one that came up with the master plan. So on the last day, khalas, the wolf is pursuing him now with full confidence, bro. Where's he going to go, man? Until eventually he gets to him, he jumps on him, and as he starts to devour his teeth into his throat, the bull makes a statement. Wallahi, a statement that should be written in gold. The bull now realizing he's falling, he's dying, khalas, I'm gone. He thinks to himself and he says, أُكِلْتَ يَوْمَ أُكِلَ ثَوْرًا أَبْيَض. That I died, that I signed my execution paper, not today, but rather I signed it the day I watched the white one get killed and I did nothing about it. That's the day I died, not now. And wallahi, my brothers, this is what's happening with us everywhere you go. We're watching our brothers fall. But because he's not from my jama'ah, because he's not from my masjid, because he's not from my fiqh, alhamdulillah, he has nothing to do with me, let him go. Brother, what you don't realize is in reality what's happening. As he's falling, it's only a matter of days before you will soon follow him. The Prophet of Allah, he says in an amazing hadith, he gives an amazing analogy. He says, this ummah is like one body. This ummah is like one body. He didn't say me and Abu Bakr and Umar al-Khattab are one body. He didn't say me and the 10 Mubashirin are one body. He said this ummah is like one body. when a part of it hurts, and a part will hurt. He says when a part of it hurts, the whole body stays up the night in sleepless nights fighting off the infection, fighting off the pain. When a part of us is hurting, my brothers, whether it's local or international, this whole ummah should be feeling it. This is the analogy that Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam gave about the ummah. And he says that he who is not concerned about the affairs of the Muslims, then he's not from us. He's not from us. My brothers, unity is loving one another. And loving one another for the sake of Allah, not loving one another for the sake of my masjid. Not loving one another for the sake of my sheikh and my irda, bro. This isn't how it works. There are differences, yes, we all know, we all agree. And if you think we're going to come to a great conclusion here tonight, you're living in Disneyland. True love is when I accept you regardless of your condition. I love you for that kalima of La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. That's unity. Our unity is in the kalima. We need to start loving for the sake of Allah and not loving for the sake of my nafs. Today, my brothers, and I believe they made a movie about it, called Friends with Benefits. Today we have what? We have friends with benefits. You see, I'm not friends with Shafi's because, wallah, mashallah, he's a Muslim and I love him. No, I'm his friend because he's got guns on his hands, bro. And if I ever fall into drama, I won't go, Shafi's, please, can you come help me out, bro? But this is the truth. Wallahi, my brothers, the youth are running out. We're running and following brothers. You know what's funny? You know they're garbage. You know their environment is rubbish. You know when people drive past, they look at them in a shameful manner. But I'm prepared to hang out with them because he's a heavy in the manta and that, you know what I mean? Wallah, it breaks my heart. Sometimes I see brothers, you know, wallahi, you know that this is not his character, man. You know, bro, you don't belong in this crew. And the people he's rolling with remind him day and night, bro. They slap him around, they run amok on him. No problem. Wallahi, no problem. As long as I can be seen with you. As long as I can roll with you. My brother, I'm here, my sister, I need to tell you, roll with Muhammad and his companions. Wallahi, we need to start loving for the sake of Allah. Because loving for the sake of Allah is of the greatest honor. Rasulullah